Simon & Schuster AudioWorks presents Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Flesh-eating worm.
From outer space.
I don't know anything about it. This is something you said 5 seconds before we started.
Wow. Now you caught me off guard. I know that
You
the
brought
case
it
of
up.
it. I just read the headline. I didn't really look into it. That's how you consume media nowadays, isn't it? You just read headlines and don't read the actual articles, right? I know a little bit about the.
I know a little bit about flesh-eating
A
worms.
little bit.
I'll do you a favor and I'll also look it up. Flesh.
It's what happens
Eating
is
worms.
that because they defunded the agricultural
the screw
worm,
worm.
yeah. And there's been instances of them eating people too, like settling in people. Trigger warning: flesh-eating worm. Number one, flesh-eating worms podcast. But yeah, I don't know. What do you find the flesh-eating worms interesting?
I don't know.
No.
I hadn't thought about them too much. I didn't realize that's what the screw worm was.
Yeah. They just
unfortunate.
they're just like flies. I think they just like settle in and lay the eggs, and then they don't even realize they're in there.
Yeah.
You don't even need sci-fi with this sort of things we have on Earth. You don't even need Star Trek.
Any strange new world.
You don't need This world is strange enough for me.
What is kind of strange enough? Do you think it's hard to come up with an entirely new concept that isn't rooted in anything on this planet?
That's
do you
impossible.
think you could feasibly do it? Yeah,
No.
it's not possible.
We're like, no, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna bring it back. I'm not gonna bring it up. I was going to say something, but then I realized I stopped myself because you already talked about it last week.
Was it going to be Cobra Kai?
No, it was going to be AI, and then I stopped myself. I caught it with my
come
teeth.
Up too often.
I caught it with my teeth, as it was coming out of my mouth. Just
bit onto the tail of it.
Yeah,
Like,
like a little ghost came out of my mouth, and I was
You're not coming out here, buddy.
Yeah, no AI today. No AI this week. Although that's the only thing that's happening now.
It's true.
But yeah, let's talk about real things that are happening.
And not worms.
Not worms. Worms.
It's too much.
Whatever.
What about worms?
They only
the game?
destroy the worms. The game. Have you ever had a phase where it's like when you were a kid or something when you had played a lot of worms? Because I remember there was like a worms phase. When I was a kid.
No, it was just a thing I would do every now and then.
It's just have all the friends.
It would be like we find a copy of Worms, or like trade in like a game station.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, cool, let's play some Worms. That would be awesome. And then you get it, and you play like maybe 2 games or something, and then you go and return it yourself, and you realize that's why it's traded in.
Are you calling it Worms? You saying it's a boring game?
No, I'm not saying it's bad. It's not boring. It's just the kind of game where I don't know. I feel like you don't really play it a lot. It's not one of those go-tos.
I get it because it's like turn-based. So it's like you take turns renting the game out with other people.
That's true.
It
is kind of turn-based ownership.
First, that's a new type of... Did we just invent the next big thing? Then instead of subscriptions... We do turn-based ownership.
That's definitely not going to fall apart very quickly.
Where we don't even have to produce a lot of a thing, we limit, you don't even, your washer doesn't have a subscription to it. You make 10 of them and then you cycle them through people, and they pay to take turns on the single, washer,
How is this different from renting?
It's like a timeshare, I guess. Reinventing timeshares, but with physical objects than just a cabin somewhere, right?
Yeah, but that's it's like renting.
Do you rent a washer? Can you rent
I think some people do sometimes, yeah.
Like a washing
machine? I think
machine?
it's not so much these days, but you kind of.
But it's like,
You used to be able to rent games consoles and stuff, you know.
That's true, but because they were like
From a
super
Blockbuster.
expensive, yeah. I've never done that. I don't think it was either piracy, you know. That's what we did back then.
That's what you did.
Back in
You're admitting to that
the
freely of your own free will. You're admitting to that.
There was no law for that. It
You're
was
the
Wild
reason
West.
why Sony's killing physical media. It's you. Your fault.
It's all my fault.
I don't think it's ever gonna come back now. You know?
What, physical media in general?
At the very least, the games. I feel like that's mostly on the way out. I feel like there's gonna be. You probably still get your Nintendo cartridges, probably.
Yeah.
You know. The discs. I feel because it's like I'm not trying to justify axing it.
Ripping someone's head off.
Yeah, true. I'm not trying to justify axing physical media, but I obviously in there is also the whole issue of like they don't want you to own the stuff you have, you know.
Yeah.
But I do think that it's fair to say they are probably looking at a spreadsheet for the PS5 and going, do we have half the physical media sales that the PS4 had? And then they're probably looking at the PS4 and going, this had half the physical media sales that the PS3 had.
That's
and
true, yeah.
there's probably a part of it that's just like, why? What is the point of this?
Yeah,
you know?
it's,
At the end of the day. I'm not saying that means they should axe it, but it's like, I don't know. People don't buy them anymore. People don't buy physical games.
No, they don't. And it's like,
on large, at least.
The
There's some
thing,
holdouts, but
like digital media has everything. Like there is too many positives to digital only media. The negative media, like the idea why people don't want it to just be digital only because they're afraid that games are going to disappear. Like that's the idea, right? Like the archiving of video games is going to be hard, or like, you know, there was the whole thing with like retracting games that were bought, or like movies that were bought on a digital service, and you just don't have access to it suddenly, you know. Like that's the thing that people are afraid of, right?
yeah.
But like if that wasn't the case, if like the consumer rights were strong enough where like, oh, you can't do these companies can't do this stuff, then people wouldn't care, you know. Like they wouldn't, you know. Like the only thing is like, I don't know. I
don't know if
imagine
that's
that
true. I think people would still care because,
the thing is
like, because we have like pretty good consumer protection laws here. But
when it comes to
like,
digital goods, it's fucking shit. Like it's hard. Like we still haven't caught up with digital goods. Like, you know, like at least like through the Australian thing with the refund thing, Steam. At least did the 2-hour refund window for everybody, right? Because Australian courts said like, well, our consumer laws say you have to do this, so they were like, all right, let's do this across the entire world, you know. But it's like, I don't know, like the actual, like I understand that people like collecting stuff, like physical media, like vinyl or whatever, but like, I don't know. Like some people have that bug in them when they are like, I need to have this on the physical thing, you know?
Yeah.
I don't really have that, you know. I can have like, I legitimately.
I think I had it for a bit and then I got over it.
I can be like, yeah, if you want to archive stuff, just have a binder that's like 10th the size and it has 300 fucking CDs in it and it has all your shit archived on there. Why, you know, like it's I like if you really care just about archiving the code, let's say, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like the software, you know?
Sure.
But like that's with the thing with like the console stuff is like sometimes like even on the discs, like the media is in there. You like download it, you know, from a server. It just has like a code to unlock
They're so
it.
big these days that this
That's
can't
true.
hold it.
So they can't literally even hold it, and it's like even from like
People are like, where's my GTA 6 disc? And it's like,
yeah,
they can probably only put like a fifth of the game.
yes, exactly.
If
You
that.
know,
Like,
the rest you
you're
have
gonna
to
end up downloading the majority of it anyway. So
200 gigs or some insane stuff like that. You know,
yeah,
for the new GTA. But it's like, yeah, it's yeah, I don't know. It's I get it, why people are like, fuck, they're like really locking down on providing this stuff. But
I
it's
get
like,
it too. I agree. It's just I also recognize that like it is a like the majority of people don't want it.
people don't care. Yeah, that's absolutely
They
right.
don't care, and I'll be honest. I feel like a good portion of the people that who say they want it
They
also
don't buy
don't
them.
want it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the amount of people who complain now about like bring back physical media, Sony. Like that's all they talk about. Like bring me back my physical media. I feel like it's got to be a large amount of them that suits. If Sony were to go like, all right, we're bringing it back. Next one is gonna have we're gonna have so many discs for games. They're gonna be like, all right, cool. Let me just log into PSN quickly.
Yeah, it's like,
I don't have the space. Are you kidding? And I have to move them around and everything and take them out of the thing and put them back. No, I don't want that. Just put it straight on my hard drive.
yeah, it's like, it's like the classic
But
stuff
I like
of
the
like
option.
the absolute classic of like boycotting Modern Warfare 2 remake or whatever group on Steam, and then people looked at the group on Steam on the launch day and everybody was playing it, playing the new Modern Warfare. I don't remember which Call of Duty it was, but it was like and it's like all of the people that joined this group to boycott the release, are consuming this thing, and it's like, it's like, it's like, what do they say? Vote with your wallet.
True.
That's the ultimate thing you can do, right?
That's all we can do.
And there's just too much stuff going on, like these companies are searching for
There's
profit
too much
everywhere.
going on, man.
They are cutting down.
You got the flesh-eeting worms.
Yeah, the flesh-eating worms. The other thing
You
that
got
I
the
mentioned
president
once,
and everything.
the president with the health secretary with a worm in his head. I guess there was that
Not
point.
anymore.
Not anymore. Yes, the mercury did kill it eventually from eating tuna sandwiches. I think that's what it was. But yeah, it's these companies are looking to cut down corners on like having to set up printing facilities for these discs, right? Like to literally physically print the media onto the disc. It takes time, right?
But I mean, they're cutting corners so they can keep their salaries high.
Yeah, that the CEOs can get their bonuses. Their shareholders can extract the most value, And it's like, that's how it works, kind of, That's unfortunately the system that we live under, and the hardware sales are not helping, with that idea. So they're just looking at locking down the thing even more, and it's like, I was like as soon as I saw the hardware prices go up, it's like the subscription is going to go up. Everything's going to go up in price, with these lockdown environments. What they call environments, or what they call them, like Xbox or systems or PlayStation, PlayStation on Xbox, where they on a PC, I guess technically you can install Linux, you have a way out of opting out of Windows or something, or you use Steam to buy your games, or you use Epic Games to buy your games, or you use GOG to buy your games, right? You have different options, so therefore you can't have the walled garden, thing that's so alluring to corporations, right? And then, with these games, and buying a PC is fucking insane now, So it's no wonder they're jumping on it now, right?
Yeah.
Because, you either like playing video games or you don't like it enough to care, and then you just go I guess I'm just not going to spend money on this, But, it's unfortunate. It's a downer again. I think the flesh-eating worms, I think, were a better option for us to talk about than.
I don't know. Nah, I don't think so.
Our
is okay.
Our
I don't care
favorite
about video
hobbies.
games.
You don't care about video games, but do you care about flesh-eating worms?
If they were a danger in my life, definitely.
Welcome everybody to Dead Instance, the #1 flesh-eating worms podcast. This is me, Max, and this is Ben.
Mm-hmm.
We're flesh-eating worm aficionados, I guess. But yeah,
I'm more the color commentary guy
when
when it comes to flesh-eating worms. You're like the technical know-how kind of.
I like
That's the dynamic.
What I noticed that on Amazon, there's certain movies where only the riff tracks version exists of these movies on Amazon.
Yeah.
And I think that there's.
Are you just looking at Amazon?
Is that something wrong with it? You know, is there something? Is that bad?
No, I feel like that's like it's probably the only version that people actually want to watch, right?
Okay, well, could be because
In a lot of cases.
What if?
Who's loading up Manos Hands of Fates and not thinking like I can cut out the middleman and just watch the MST3K version?
I guess it's. I was just thinking in terms of archiving, stuff. Imagine the only version of the movie that exists, right? Is the riff tracks version,
Sure.
Has there been something lost, or has it just been gained? Eaten and regurgitated in a different version.
More, right?
That's true. Yes, you get additional stuff, right? With the riff tracks on top of it, who cares about the actual underlying movie, in the end? I guess it depends on the movie.
What is interesting, Max?
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, during Next Fest, there was a little game you talked about.
Yeah, really?
About fishing.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems
What was it about?
I didn't really listen, so I don't know. I just remember I remember looking it up and going, "This looks fucking stupid."
Yeah.
And I closed it. But over the weekend, one Gene Park of video games talked to The Weeknd, famous musical artist, and he too was talking about this game.
Yeah.
This game. What was it called again?
I think it was called About Fishing, I think, from what I remember. How
does it feel knowing that you're ahead of the curve on this one, ahead of The Weeknd, and
that's a pretty big
that
indie game.
you can like you could talk to The Weeknd about it. If you were to see The Weeknd right now, you could be like, so you're like about fishing, huh?
Yeah. And then that's true, like it's good to find a kindred soul in someone so famous, and successful,
in these trying times.
And the thing is that, like, therefore it means I possibly can be so successful and, admirable to other people, if I wanted to. I won't try, but it's like, if I wanted to, I could be as big as The Weeknd if I wanted to, but I don't want to. But it's cool. It's I like when small little projects, especially like not small little projects, because like Arctic Eggs was a pretty, at least I don't know. Sometimes I say like, oh, it was pretty big. I heard I saw a lot of people play that game, and I saw about fishing quite extensively. But then you realize it's like your algorithm or something, so it's showing you that stuff, and then it's like, nobody else fucking knows about this, You're like, oh, I've seen a lot of this.
Other people must know. I'm seeing a lot of people posting about Avatar: The Legends fighting game.
Yeah.
And that shit's still getting its finals, its top 8 on CEO on Saturday and not Sunday. So, shows the numbers.
Is that bad or good?
Mean anything to you?
It doesn't mean
the last day. Usually the games with the fewer entrants to the tournament.
Oh,
okay. Finish earlier because they have fewer people,
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, the pot's smaller.
If
you want to watch Marvel Tokon, I guess you could watch that on Sunday. It's right there.
Are there any famous people that play fighting games, Ben?
I don't know, probably.
You don't have The Weeknd that plays fighting games.
But I like Persona, and I know he likes Persona. So we got that at least.
That's true.
That's the
You're
thing.
right.
You don't like Persona. You'd be there talking about fishing, and then I would like come in and cut you out of the conversation by being like,
yeah.
So how about that Persona 3? Huh? That's a good game.
Yeah.
And then you would be there like, oh the fish, the fish. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Stupid ass fish
You
game.
would come in with your mainstream bullshit or
Oh, you
whatever.
don't understand.
You'll
It's like Twin Peaks with fishing. Go
You'll
to hell.
Come in with your mainstream bullshit and everybody played, and oh, it's Japan, whatever.
If it's mainstream, that just means it's of the people.
It's off.
Your stuff is too highbrow.
It's too off the people.
Your stuff is too alienating.
That's true, actually. I'm an alien in New York. Oh.
Me, on the other hand, I play Persona 3. I'm of the people.
Mm-hmm. Well, what can I do?
Somebody yelling outside. No.
What is he yelling about? I love you, Lisa. And it's a guy with a radio above his
They're
head.
like singing. Somebody's singing.
Oh,
They've gone
interesting.
into their room, I believe. Anyway.
La di da di da. La di da. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I it's interesting to, I don't know, like that's the thing. It's like, what's the extent though? Is he just a LARPer? That's the thing. Maybe he's just a LARPer. Someone else.
He's doing more than you are.
I don't want to.
Are you talking to the devs?
Devs don't want to talk to me.
That's what I'm saying. He's talking to the devs though.
Well,
he's like, I appreciate your work. You guys are doing wonderful stuff. I would like to promote your indie game.
Like I said, if I wanted to be as big as him, I could, but I'm not. Or maybe I should get a big platform to then promote this stuff, right?
Right now. You have 5 seconds to become as big as him. Go.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna. What am I like? What, a clown to you? I'm gonna go do jumping jacks when you tell me to, because you want me to be big and famous in 5 seconds, right?
Well, but the conversation is you saying I could do all the jumping jacks I want right now.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have to prove anything. Like that's the thing, Like I don't have to prove anything. In the end, it only matters that I know that I can. But yeah, I don't know. It's what's the Superman guy, the Highlander guy? How did I forget his name? Clark Kent. Yes, Clark Kent from Highlander.
You mean Henry Cavill?
Henry Cavill,
I'm the one who has to remember.
Yeah. Cause he I don't know, like that's the thing. That's the unfair part, right? That you have to remember his name, and I always go like, oh, it's the guy from Mission Impossible, It's the guy from New Highlander, This is the guy from, what else has he been in? I can't even think of anything else except for Superman. What else has he been in? Like Henry Cavill?
Fucking jack shit. He sucks, man.
He was in of Uncle, I think. Uncle,
Nobody
right?
Men of,
and it had that cannibal.
He was in Mission Impossible
also,
Fallout.
I'm pretty sure.
And he was good in that as the villain. It was good.
Yeah, you said. But yeah, I wonder what games he plays, Maybe we'll have him on the podcast. He'll talk about the games he plays, Because he's got that big PC gaming rig, He has
And did you know he paints miniatures?
And he paints miniatures,
He's
So
just like us, as they say.
So we could get him to maybe contact us and let us know what indie darlings he likes, Like
probably
Minecraft.
Have you heard of The Witcher 3?
Mm-hmm. That is
I was in the
indie
TV
darling.
show for that.
He was in the TV show for couple of seasons, and they recasted him, which I'm not sure how
it's strange though, because I thought he was such a big fan of it.
No, because
he was such a big fan. They kept saying like he's read all of the books, and he's like he was like such a big fan of it.
They went sticking to the lore, to the books, so he quit.
Oh no! He was actually such a big fan.
Yes, exactly.
I see. He was actually so big a fan that he quit because it was untrue to the source material, of course.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Well, sometimes you gotta, if you love something, you gotta let it leave, And if it truly loves you, it comes back to you, Eventually, he might get recasted as Geralt again, and that's when it comes back to you, Because it truly loves you, But yeah. Anyway. Do we want to talk about the episode of Star
And we
Trek?
got nothing else to talk about. I don't know.
Unfortunately, the like
I feel
we
like there was another thing, but I
discussed
don't remember now. So.
before.
Oh yeah, did
There
you
is
hear
no
about the Harry
write-up.
Potter thing?
No. Yeah,
It
go
was
on.
like they were gonna do an undersea data cable between
Okay.
like England and Ireland.
Oh, the Dobby grave.
Except it would have gone through Dobby's grave.
Mm-hmm.
So the fans made a big fuss about it.
Yes.
Ended up cancelling the project. They have to move it somewhere else now because of Dobby's grave. How do you feel about it? Do you think you would be annoyed?
What, Dobby?
No, if you would set up an undersea cable and Dobby stopped you. Posthumous Dobby cable blocking. I
Well,
feel like I'd be annoyed.
as an engineer, I would find it as a challenge, honestly. I would be like, well, now we gotta do something about this, you know? This is a limitation, and I'm passionate at my job, so I'm gonna build a bridge over the Dobby's hole, grave,
You're
you
going
know?
to preserve
I'm gonna preserve it.
the beauty of Dobby's
I'm
grave.
gonna put a bobble over it, you know? Or something. I'll make it in a way where you can close it so people can't access it, you know? Or something. And then it's like, that's the thing. You double down. Like, people go like, oh, we want to preserve this. We don't want this touched. So you go like, all right, I'll show you. Put a cage around it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
People can't access Dobby's grave anymore. They can't put socks on it, you know? As an homage to the thing, you know?
Oh yeah, that is the thing, isn't it? This is the socks.
I don't know.
Give 'em
I
the
literally just
friggin'
shot it. That was a
socks.
shot in the dark that people
I'm
would
going to
be doing
assume
that.
that's definitely something that people do on that spot where he died in the movie, in the fictional movie.
We're gonna assume, yes, that's the case because I
I
haven't
think it's a
even
very
looked at
fair
it.
assumption. It's a very.
Yeah.
You know what? Dobby grave. Let's see. Let's see.
Dobby brave. Why
It's
is
a
it-
little. It's a little
you-
thing of. It's a pile of stones. It's got some sticks. There are socks there.
Well, there you go. We did
But it
it.
looks like people write Harry Potter things onto stones and then they put it on a pile.
Nice, like The Boy Who Lived.
There's
What's
one
a-
that says no post on Sundays, and it's like that wasn't even from the movie he was in. It's from that's from like the different movie in the series.
Well, it's still hard. It's adjacent, okay? It's like adjacent enough, you know? Why not? I'm looking at this. This is the lowest rated episode of Star Trek up to this point, 5.6.
And yeah, it's the
5.7.
one I thought was at least the most entertaining.
Yeah, it was like the most kind of like they tried something at least.
I don't
you
know. You seemed like you were hating it
No, it's like the thing about it is that it
when
was
we were
like
watching it. You were like, you did not seem to be.
it
happy.
was really cheap looking. This episode, it was.
For me, we're getting ahead of ourselves because we shifted from Dobby too quickly into the episode Human Best Friend.
Human best
Star
friend.
Trek Strange New Worlds, Human Best Friend, Season 4, Episode 3. I think the show must be on the decline because I'm looking at this season on Wikipedia, and the first two episodes have their
Yeah.
synopsises, and it's been like 5 days now. No
Yes.
synopsis for this episode. Nobody felt like doing the write-up.
Well, if you want to be the change, you gotta
I
be the
don't.
change you make. Whatever, you know.
I don't want to be the change I want
There
to
is
see.
a there-
I don't
there
even
is-
really want to see the change, to be honest. I'm
there is
happy
a-
with it being as it is.
There is a Dobby's grave on the Wikipedia entry right there, and you can't edit
Who should
it,
we make? Who
unfortunately.
should we make a Dobby's grave for Star Trek?
Elnor? No, Elnor is alive. Picard's real body.
Fucking Tasha Yar feels like the most obvious one because she's like one of the only characters that died. You got Jadzia Dax as well. You do a Jadzia Dax
but she
grave.
continued
The
living in
problem
a
is
bug,
they all
you
die.
know?
The problem is they all die in space, so you can't really make a grave for them on Earth.
Mm-hmm. What else? Spock's old body. There's a lot of old bodies of like people.
Kirk's older brother.
That's true. Kirk's son.
Kirk's son. He loves his son. They
He
told us
loves his
last episode.
son.
Human best friend. A bit of a silly one.
It is a very
We
silly
had a
episode.
very scary episode. But now we
It's
got a bit
a
of a silly one.
whiplash. It's a bit of a whiplash in terms of like.
Well, luckily there's
I guess
7
the-
days between the episodes for you to reset.
yeah, and
You
it's well, I was kind of shocked by the previous episode. I was so scared after the previous episode. I was like, "What's going on?"
you were still shaking.
Yeah, because
when
I was
this
like,
episode
when
started.
are there going to be like a ghost in this
Cowering.
episode, or something? And it's going to go like, shh, with its finger in front of its mouth to like shush me to because of how scary it is,
I was worried there'd be a Dracula.
Oh,
I was worried
Dracula.
there was gonna be a blood.
Oh, have we had a vampire episode?
Those are the salt vampires.
Yeah, but that's like the classic
Classic.
episode,
This episode was whatever. It was.
Still
It,
not
wa-
the
it
best.
was like it wasn't better than the other 2 episodes,
Nope.
but it was at least not even really entertaining. Here's the thing. I did I think I did my normal raids
yes.
and my trial roulette while we were watching, and that maybe took up like
Oh
how
no.
long? Maybe like
I
15
forgot
minutes
about
of the
that.
episode. So maybe that's what's giving me a more positive feeling towards it, because I at least gave myself a little shot of dopamine by playing something. I like.
That's true. You just weren't
but
paying attention to the episode.
I didn't hate. It just felt like the kind of nothing episode that I'm fine with. Everybody
Okay.
got to do some silly stuff. They all got to pretend to be high/drunk for like an hour.
That's
You had
true.
a little mystery, you had a little the Hangover style mystery where Ortegas and Scotty are trying to work out some stupid thing.
Mm-hmm.
You learn a little bit more about both of them. They bond, which was nice. There was a couple like character moments that were like, this is
Mm-hmm.
fine. It's nice,
They resolved
then,
their beef in this episode.
There were
kind
a
of.
couple like actually like fun visual gags, like
Yeah.
like reading his speech off of tattoos and stuff that he had got.
Yeah, the plant people thing also. That was like
yeah.
okay. It was
And-
like actually practical. Yeah.
The good visual gag, and then it ended, and I was like, all right. It wasn't a full hour either. It was only like 48 minutes. And I was like, all right, okay.
I think you're playing roulettes on Final Fantasy. Final
That's a
Fantasy 14
perfect-
might be a little bit playing
No.
a little bit too much in this. Yeah.
No, it's not. I literally just explained plenty of acceptable reasons as to why I thought this
Okay.
episode was fine.
Well,
Outside
yeah,
of that, I disclosed the 14 thing because I think it's only fair that I say that was a part of.
You need to rewatch this
my
episode
experience.
without playing 14.
No, because it would be boring to rewatch it anyway. The only reason an episode like this would be entertaining is because I'm watching it fresh the first time, and you're like, I don't know what's going to go happen. Oh, that was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Watching it again, I would be like, I already know this is fucking boring.
I just know the mystery. I just know the twist at the end of this episode already, so I won't enjoy myself as much.
There was a bomb.
There
The bomb
was
exploded, and it was like pretty. And then they were like, "Who set up the bomb?" And they were like, it's some guy.
It just happened to have been constructed of a material that like is like rare to these civilizations that are at war, and therefore
You know what's
this
interesting?
peace thing is like good or whatever.
You know what's
Go on.
interesting? I'm realizing now. They had the thing where the shuttle had the bomb put on it, right?
Yes.
By the people that wanted to fuck up the peace negotiations that
Yes.
were going to happen in this episode. But before they went down to the planet, they had already said the peace negotiations were going to happen in 2 weeks. It being brought forward was a sudden change by Pike when he was drunk
Yes.
high. So how they not? So there's a leak aboard the Enterprise. I think it's a mole.
Yeah.
It seems.
You're saying
Getting
it's
the
like
information out there.
Voyager-esque mole on the ship. I don't remember
You know,
what she was called.
another good. I think another fine. Maybe good is too much of a praise. I think another fine gag in this episode is Spock and Kirk's thing of
Mm-hmm.
Spock thinking he is hallucinating Kirk,
Yeah.
And then it turns out he's not, and Kirk is real at the end, and he's been real
Yeah.
the whole time. And he's like, "Oh, how embarrassing!"
Yeah.
I thought he was a hallucination, so I just told him all of my innermost feelings, but he was real.
Yeah.
And
And
it was
like
fine.
I like those. I like those things, but there was a lot of stuff in this episode that's like a lot of like awesome sauce, sort of millennial kind of humor-esque stuff in this.
Yeah,
Also,
but I mean, we are actively watching like the millennial show.
I
about Star
know,
Trek.
I know. Aren't we
So you
millennials
kind of
technically?
like you're kind of
also?
like walking into we're latter millennials.
Okay, well, so I guess
actually,
we don't
I am.
count.
I don't think you are. I don't think
I
you're
think we
millennial
are.
at
I
all.
think we looked it up recently, and I am technically a millennial. Apparently.
I don't think. I think I'm right
All right,
on the
then I
tail
don't
end
count.
of it. I think you're right on the
I'm the-
beginning of the
I'm
generation.
I call myself the lost generation. That's what I.
Just you on your own.
Just me. It's like Gen X, Gen Z, or whatever.
Max
and then
Prime.
it's Max Prime. You know.
Max Prime Gen.
And then when I die, it's Max Omega. You know, later, years in the future, whenever I.
But I mean, you're like walking into a den of bears, and you're going, "I'm surprised how many bears are here." It's
And
like,
then-
yeah,
and
you're
then-
walking into the den of bears, bro. It's the
and then-
millennial show.
And then I'm gonna have Max's grave somewhere, and they're gonna try to put a fiber wired connection through my grave. But then all my fans from the podcast,
And,
are gonna
and
be
nobody
like,
speaks up.
no,
And nobody speaks up, and they build the day out.
And they just pull my fucking body carcass out of there. No.
It's like draped over the cable.
Yeah.
And people
They
are
don't
like, who's
even
that?
move.
Oh,
They don't move me even. Like they just pull the fiber wire through my rib cage up through my like from the bottom to the top. And that's how I hunt the web of the future by hunting the fiber optic, you know? Well,
Everybody got to act silly this episode. I think La'an singing Whisper of the Heart in Klingon was a bit like,
it's too much.
Could've done
I
without
feel
that.
like if they did like if it was shorter, I feel they really put
If
a
she
long
was just
emphasis
singing
on
like
it.
either if she was just singing Whisper of the Heart or a Klingon song, but the fact that it's like she's singing Whisper of the Heart
Yeah.
translated to Klingon is a bit like Hat on a Hat. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
bit much maybe. Give us one or the other. You know, it doesn't
Yeah.
need to be both. It's kind of, it feels awkward.
Still don't like Pike. I don't like Anson Mount acting when he does like the
probably
weird
for
stuff.
political reasons.
No, I didn't say anything like that. Okay, I don't know. I just don't like when he's
Keep
fine when he's just like a
politics out of
Pike
Star
guy. You know, he's like just a Pike. You know, but when he like starts doing like the weird stuff with us, like in the previous episode, I don't know. I was just like,
be silly.
I guess you know.
Kind of his thing is that he's the silly captain.
And
He's everybody's pal. He's a little quirk chungus, you know.
I guess
He's a little theatre kiddie,
That's true.
and it does suck. But hey, what can you do? We'll still got one more season of him, so
The next
look.
season,
he'll be in the
cool
chair
thing-
soon. Don't worry,
The
he'll be in
cool
the
thing
chair soon.
about the next season, it's just going to. The surprising thing, this is my prediction for the end of this season, is that he's going to get put in a chair, and the entirety of the next season is going to be from his point of view of him in the chair. You know,
First
where
of
he
all,
can't do-
too much of a downer, and also too interesting of an idea. I don't even know if it's that interesting of an idea.
I don't think
but
it's
too
a-
different of an idea.
it would be extremely hard to write a 10-episode like series about it, but it would be interesting.
It is why he needs to be kind of silly and fun and quirky.
Yeah,
Because
It's
it's like if he was like a Picard style guy, and he was like very stuffy and serious. I feel like you wouldn't connect as much to the whole him in the chair thing. I feel like the fact that he's robbed of his quirk chungus lifestyle
Fuck
is
my
what makes the
Quark
chair thing
Chungus life.
sad in Strange New Worlds, because you're like, look, he loves cooking little meals for his crew, and he likes singing and dancing and hanging out and playing, and now he is in the chair and he has to press the button, and it goes beep, beep.
What does he say? Oh, it's Morse code. What does he say? kill me. I was like, oh no. Now we gotta do a court episode about
Hold on,
whether
he's
he has autonomy to decide on that fact, you know?
he's singing a song from Hamilton with the beeps.
Yeah.
Alexander Hamilton.
I don't even know how you would do that.
How good a but peasant something. So I don't remember.
I don't know
what that play, and I was like,
I don't know
not for me.
any Hamilton stuff. I don't know. I don't think I can take the rapping.
It feels again. Well, it's, we're talking a millennial Quack Chungus theater kid kind of stuff. It's just how.
And
it is.
you should like it, right? That's why you watched it.
No, too cool.
If I watched it, I would have been I'm not a millennial.
They would put when they were like, we're recording it and putting it on Disney Plus, and I was like, I hear so many people talk about this play. I watched like half of it, and then I was like, it's not for me. I turned it off. I was like, I'm not on its quality or anything. I'm just like, I'm not having fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop. No reason for me to watch this. I don't feel anything for it.
They
and that's what
do a
makes me
thing in
cool.
this episode where
do
they claim, like, it's funny because you pointed it out, is true that like they were like, oh, this is like a low tech planet,
Yes.
because I made fun of the rolling doors or the warehouse doors, and they were like, oh well, it's low tech.
They have a thing where they say this resort planet is no phones.
no
They
phones.
say no phones. Talk to each other like it's 1995.
But also
It's
be
right
on
on the
drugs, be inebriated in a way where they specifically say it acts differently on everybody and you can't predict it. So it's like you either have a really good time or you get it put in like a paranoid weed state for like whatever time you spend on this planet and you can't escape it, I guess you can just put like an oxygen bottle on or something like that. That's like,
Yeah, true.
and just drink normal alcohol. Just predict something predictable,
They did have. I'll use it for the thumbnail, but they did have the sign up basically. If we do not have Wi-Fi, talk to each other, pretend it's 1995.
Mm-hmm.
That
That's
was
true.
the planet's ethos. They had like a funny guy. He was in charge.
Yeah, the Mad Hatter. They had like a
they
Mad
were all
Hatter-esque
like-
guy.
They were like, they were kind of just like, if you want to have your character act drunk or high or whatever,
Yeah.
it's just to you. I can't remember why Ortegas isn't drunk / high.
Because
Scotty is still like inebriated, but
That's
Ortega's
true.
got over it, and I can't remember why.
they wake up, right? Like
She
like
wakes up, and
yeah.
then she wakes him up, and,
he's
like
way more
still
drunk.
zonked.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But she's like
Quite okay.
coming off. Yeah, she's got like a bit of a hangover or whatever.
Yeah.
But she's
But-
in charge now because
But
everybody
the
else
thing is
silly.
that the atmosphere is still there, so I'm not sure why she stops being inebriated.
explain it. I just can't remember.
Yeah, it's yeah. You have like Spock, where he's just like zoinked to the entire time. He talks to plants. At one point. He mind melds with a plant. Yes, and
Which I can't remember is like. I don't think that actually helped. I think that was just a gag in the end, but they were presenting it like this is a thing he can do. I was like, that's kind of fun. And then they had the visual gag of like he thought they were plants from that point on, and he kept you'd get Spock's view, and it was like a plant
yeah.
with a uniform on it. And it's like that's kind of funny.
We had
Okay.
a banger for like 20 seconds, I think, the entire episode.
His gag was that he was behind the
Bartending,
bar,
yes.
throwing the bottles around, making random drinks that he didn't know what was in. And he had a whole thing of like, I'm always so afraid to use my hands or something, and now I'm like I can do whatever I want because I'm drunk. And then at the end of the episode, Max, he was doing it for real without that confidence of the atmosphere.
Yeah, exactly. And they do all the close-ups because, unfortunately, the actor wasn't able to do the tricks, so they had to do close-up.
It's like 2 scenes in a 48-minute episode. Do you think they're going to be like, yeah, we're sending you to TGI Friday school to learn bar tricks.
Yeah,
for
we
this
have
one
to
scene.
cut corners, you know. We're already recording this episode in a warehouse, you know. We had Nurse Chapel. What did she do? The only thing I remember is the setup at the end of the episode where she crushes she smashes the like glass on the table.
that was at the
'Cause
beginning of the episode.
Was that in the beginning? Jesus fucking Christ!
Yeah, because they're talking about how keyed up everybody, how stressed and keyed up everybody is.
Yeah,
and that's why they need to
that's
go
true.
on a vacation.
Yeah,
And they show Nurse Chapel smashing a glass by mistake, and she's like, "Fuck,
yeah,
fucking so angry."
yeah. So I don't. What else has she done in the
I
entire?
don't remember. She talked to somebody about fucking something. Who cares?
Yeah, because Pike was getting tattooed the entire thing.
Yeah.
Spock was just zoinked, yeah, with Kirk, and Uhura was just partying. Uhura
had a
just
big
was
party.
just partying.
What's her face?
She was
I can't remember her name. I can't remember her fucking name.
Where
is she?
Laan Noonien Singh.
Oh
So
yeah,
she-
I
she
said
was-
Laan earlier. I meant Una. Una was the one who was doing karaoke.
Yes.
Laan was like a fight club or something. She
Yeah,
had a
she
fight
was like,
club.
yeah, she was like teaching people how to fight, and it's like then she becomes like a gang leader, and then they fight like vampires that play bingo or something like that, and it's like
Yeah,
you know
it was
like
bingo aliens. Oh, that's what Chapel
that's
was
what
doing.
Chapel was
she
doing,
Was the one,
yes.
she was doing the bingo.
yeah, Jesus Christ, man, this is a very random episode, random humor, you know, episode, you know,
Yeah,
wow, so random.
it's a quite chungus episode, man.
What
It's a
else?
quite chungus show.
Is a-
Now here's the thing: we do have to relent. There was a new world in this episode.
There was.
Was it
yeah,
strange? I don't know, but it was certainly a new world.
It was strange because it had a weird atmosphere on it. You know,
It's a weird
was-
atmosphere. That is
Yeah.
strange.
yes,
I think
and
it's fair to say we're now one strange new world.
well, yeah. You could give them a strange new world, but also there was a warehouse, like clearly just a warehouse that they were in at one point. You know, so it's like whatever.
Well, yeah,
There's-
no, they didn't. I mean, they didn't do anything on the world. There was no exteriors.
Yes,
they were just
there
walking
was-
around like what was supposed to be a hotel, essentially, for like
yes.
40 minutes. But like, they did go to
Yes.
a new world in
Counter.
which they were affected by the
Doink.
atmosphere.
Bink, boink, toink.
You gonna
stonk.
settle on a noise?
Yeah,
Storing?
Computer. No, I guess we could use the computer noise. Ding,
No,
you know,
no, storing now. It's that weird noise you made.
Storing.
Storing. That's it.
Sure, I'll put it up. Whenever a new
There's the
Strange New
counter going
World
up.
is gonna come up, it will do a stoing noise. But yeah, and then it just ends, you know, and
Well, it's weird. It's weird. This episode was so mediocre that I preferred it to the first
Yes.
two, which were trying to do a lot more and didn't work for me.
Yeah. Well, that's true. At least you know.
This one was more like our characters are going to act stupid for an hour.
After-
and there's going to be a little mystery. And they're
This-
going to run around a hotel, and I'm it's like, all right, okay, let's see, just laugh at a couple jokes, and then we're done. 48 minutes.
Yeah, it is insane.
I think
that
that's the
it's
biggest
also
draw
shorter.
for me. 48 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
Nice, tight. No
Tight
longer than
5.
50 minutes, just done, in and out.
It's insane how little happens in episode 2 and it is longer. Like so much. Like how this episode there's so much happening and there's so much random stuff is
Frightening
happening.
things.
And in episode 2, so little happens that like it's atrocious, and it like that's comparably to this episode. At least this episode didn't make me angry, you know, where I like after seeing that episode 2 I was like mad, you know. I was like,
I will
just
say, you
thinking.
definitely did sound angry during this episode.
The thing is that I think I was just rolling my eyes more at this episode than I did with the second one, where I was like, this is just like atrocious, you know?
Mm-hmm.
With this, like you said, it's just like mediocre, you know? But
There
you
was,
know,
there were a
strange.
couple gags at least that it was like that was
Well,
fine. That was
fucking
a funny.
throwing spaghetti against the walls, you get something once in a while, you know.
Okay,
And
and I think
with-
it's fair to recognize that,
Okay,
you know what, a couple of those jokes landed well, I think, personally.
I'm saying that I still wouldn't recommend this show to anybody. You know, like I wouldn't be like, yes, Stranger Worlds like sucks from season 3, but just for season 4, just watch episode 3. You know, like I wouldn't say that, right? It's
I get that, but I feel like we're not. Are we really? We're not.
and
doing that, right?
this rating has been corrupted by you playing 14 while we were watching this show, this episode.
After
I'm
how I felt last week, I was like, I gotta feel like I'm doing at least something on the side. Here, 'cause this is
dear viewer,
mind-numbing.
it's your choice to make this take that into account, you know, while listening to us.
Sure.
I was in it, you know, I was in there watching the episode, and Ben was. What do you do during roulettes? I don't know. What do they do? What would you do?
I was gaming.
Okay, well, he was gaming while playing. While we haven't had a gaming episode in a while. And I guess gaming
What do you
isn't
mean a
like
gaming
the.
episode?
No, I guess because I was thinking about the disc game, you know, from TNG. You know, when they put on the thing, the device,
you
and they
mean
throw
in the show? I thought.
yeah, in Star Trek in general, just like I guess they had gaming, but that's like a
They had
sport.
some other ones,
when
I
they
think.
played like
We need
the
you know
tag,
what? To keep it
laser
quite
tag.
chungus and millennial. They need to play some pickleball. There needs to be a pickleball tournament episode.
Pickleball or
They should have an episode where they watch Ted Lasso or something.
they just have a crossover with Ted Lasso in the
sure.
middle
They
of
got to-
Strange
yeah.
New Worlds.
They accidentally create Ted. Hey, look, we already did they accidentally crossover with the animated cartoon. So
We just have there's suddenly
it,
like
whatever.
there is this strange new world where they play football. Who can we get to teach us how to play football? A coach of some kind from history, you know? And then it's like they get this guy because he's a piece of media. He doesn't exist. He's not a real guy, I think. Or maybe he is. Have you watched Ted Lasso?
Holodecky. No, it looks like shit.
I haven't watched it either, so I can't even really make fun of it.
All I know
anyway.
is that it's got that guy who was married to Olivia Wilde.
The
and
only
they
thing-
divorced very messily, and the whole show is about how he's like a nice American guy who lives in the UK and he coaches a football team. And that's it.
The only thing is about that show is that I have a friend that's super into football, and
Yep.
he doesn't watch
People
much
love
stuff.
it, man.
He doesn't watch much stuff. Let's say that I had to literally like force him to watch a movie with me once. But whenever I say, he says, "Oh, you should watch Ted Lasso," I go, "I don't care about Ted Lasso. I'll watch something else instead." He gets angry every single time. So,
That's kind of hypocritical, man.
yeah, I know. I
You're
know.
constantly trying to get him to, and now he's the one reaching out to you saying, "Hey, here is a show that I like," and you're like, "Fuck that."
But it's like the thing is that
Doing
like
the L on your forehead, going fucking loser, stupid.
that's
show.
the thing about recommendations in general. It's like if I know a person like consumes a lot of stuff, right? If I have a guy, right, that doesn't watch anything, and then if you, Ben, said, "Oh, Max, you should watch Ted Lasso, is really good," I would be like, Ben doesn't like football, and he also has good taste, you know. So in media, watchable media, you know, Strange New Worlds. Finally, a Strange New World. All right.
Sure.
And
One.
what's the next episode in the sea? Let's look at the name of the next episode.
A case of Chiara Oscuro. Claire Obscure.
Claire Obscure?
Expedition
The
33.
Expedition
Wow.
33.
There's no... I'm going to look it up.
Ghost... what am I looking at? Jesus
case
Christ.
for Chiara.
Una is mistaken for a resistance leader and drawn into a struggle against the Klingon occupation. That's the thing that I can read on IMDb.
Oh, this is a black and white episode.
Oh,
Look, it's
okay.
noir.
Because it was, I did see
Chiaroscuro black and white.
That's true. They have the intro in the intro for the show. They have like one frame
With
or
the
whatever.
Zeppelin,
Yes,
yeah, the
exactly.
dirigible.
Dirigible in, but it's
We've
you
got
know,
some Mbenga, I can see, Laura, and Una. Or along
they'll
the
have
planet, I guess.
what was the show? What was the thing that Paris was doing in the holodeck? Was it Captain
I don't remember.
Atom or something
It
like
was some
that?
serial, right?
Yeah,
Hold
he was like Captain something, and he was also in like the black and white. And they had like the Photonics join in, and they killed a bunch of them by accident because they thought they were holographic characters. Pretty interesting. It's fun. Whole thing. I wonder what this episode's gonna do if it's in black and white. I wonder if they use the true black and white. Did you know that the Spider-Man Noir came out on Amazon Prime? Yeah. I for the life of me couldn't get the black and white version to be on my TV. I couldn't.
What does that mean? Like you couldn't find it?
No, because it's like it's supposed to prompt you to switch to the black and white version before it turns on.
Yeah,
and
but your smart TV is old. So
yeah, my smart TV is old and it just won't fucking do it.
Clearly doesn't support that kind of pop-up in the program.
It's fucking dumb as fuck because I can watch it on my fucking computer. So it's like, what's the difference, you know? God damn it.
You could load the app up on your Xbox or whatever.
That's true. I could do that if I cared enough for Spider Noir. And it was okay, kind of. Nicolas Cage was like kind of the best part of the show.
It feels like it just kind of came and went. I feel like it came. People were like, "Here, it's coming."
Yeah,
they're gonna have it in black and white or color, and then it all came out, and I never heard anybody talk about it.
Yes, it did kind of. For how much people
you know me, I've got my ear
Noir
to the ground.
Yes, and what do
I
you
hear everything.
What do you hear about? What, is something coming? Are you?
I hear like a rumbling.
Okay. What do you think?
It's unpleasant.
Okay, it's ominous rumbling.
It's ominous. Yes.
And
it's an ominous and unpleasant rumbling.
Is it like what are we? Should we be preparing in some way for this?
I can hear it now.
Is this something
it sounds
bad?
Like it's saying a long drawn out Max.
Yeah. Oh no! Why would it say that to you and not me?
I don't know.
I guess I can't hear it. That's fine because I'm
it's
not
saying
as
it
into
to me. I think it's like it's something is coming for you.
Oh no!
It's like
Why?
just saying it idly.
Oh. Now you're scaring me. I don't know what's happening.
Well,
where is this going? Is it because I called you out a second ago and now there's something coming for me?
No. This has been here for a while.
Oh, okay. You just haven't told me that there was a voice calling out my name.
I only just realized that it was saying your name.
All right. Was that just a random rumbling before? And now you tuned in.
I was kind of like, I was like paying attention to it.
It's probably like some roadworks or something, right? Should I be like watching out, or are you just letting me know that this is happening?
However you want to take it, I guess.
Okay, so it's just like...
It's up to you. It's your life, buddy.
Yeah,
I can't live it for you.
Well, no.
I'm just giving you a warning that something might be coming.
Something's coming. All right.
Possibly. Maybe not. I don't know.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to our episode covering the great big series of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. You can listen to us on different platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Podbean, Podcast Addict, or whatever, you know. Mm-hmm. There was some other from what I saw on the list, but I don't remember anymore. You can also watch us / listen to us on YouTube. Leave a comment on there if you want to. Like it. share it with other people. Why not? Your Star Trek lovers in your vicinity, maybe they'll enjoy it, the show too. You can also email us at Dead Ensigns if you want to keep it down low, all your communications with us from your Proton Mail account, so you can't be tracked. And that's deadensigns@gmail.com. That's deadensigns@gmail.com. And you want anything else, Ben? Say anything? All right.
I also did my normal trials and normal raids and trials while we were recording, so it's fine.
You have a problem.
It's shorted out, sir. We're gonna have to phaser it.
Then what are you waiting for?
Right away, sir.
Faster would be better, Ensign.
I can't, sir. We don't want to...
That's enough.
But, sir...
Stand aside, Carlton. I'm going through. You're alive. Good.